Question 1420. As a side effect of preventing people from drinking the local water, alcohol may have helped save many lives throughout history. What else do you think has had unintended positive side effects?
Mold in the form of penicillin.
Yep.
No, wait, that's not a great answer. Although it was discovered by accident, so that is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So it's LSD.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fair point.
My point is the thing we're looking for is something that went on for a long time with people not knowing.
Oh,
the
that
positive.
had
Yeah.
it had some benefit.
So yeah, because I mean, with alcohol, I mean, it's because that's a weird one because the reason you're thinking of it is because people didn't understand how cholera worked.
No,
I can't honestly think of anything off the top of my head that worked in the same way, but there's been lots of things that have obviously been sort of somewhat accidental discoveries or inventions, sort of thing, you know.
My answer is trees.
Trees. Yeah.
We didn't understand how they worked either, and turns out they kind of help recycle stuff. So.
You know what the orange idiot just said?
He in a sentence he just used something that's going to rocket downward.
Uh-huh.
No. I'm sorry. He said skyrocket downward.
Skyrocket.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
He's yesterday's news. Fuck him. He's gone.
Are we sure he's not trying to hint to his people to like try to kill something or something? I
don't know. I don't think he's all there at this point.
I don't think he's been all there for a long time.
Yeah.
Jenny. He just ascended to a new low. If that's possible.
What the hell?
Dog says. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to stick with penicillin because that's something that you would have seen, mold on bread and gone, oh, gross, and thrown it out, and then somebody figured out that it was this great antibiotic. So.
Dog says critical questions, although that comes with a whole new set of side effects. Well, Alexander Fleming.
And we don't know that. I mean, if penicillin comes from nature, so it may have been out there getting into people and helping them all along for.
Right.
So we know that certain things that are written in traditional herb. There's a term for it, and I don't know what it is, but herb books, recipes, and things like that for treating ailments did include things that could potentially have painkilling or antibiotic effects.
Yeah, and then there were interesting ones too, like garlic is a natural antifungal, but people thought that it helped keep evil spirits and vampires and things like that away, and it's like, well, it's not those things because they don't exist, but it is very good for you.
Corn preparations are also a natural antifungal.
Okay, weren't antiseptics somewhat discovered by accident?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've got nothing in my head for that.
You mean the basic genesis of germ theory?
Oh yeah, well, no, Ambrose Paré, like what he did on battlefield things by accident when he used something when he had to use turpentine because he's on cauterized wounds or whatever. Compared to what he used to use. I can't remember the exact story, but not realizing that it actually has, and he just knew that it cleaned the wounds or whatever. We didn't necessarily know why. I don't think. Yeah. It's been a long time since I do like history of medicine for GCSE, but it's really been that long since I've actually really bothered to look at it in any detail. So I'm probably really rusty on that.
Fair enough. Actually, but you did remind me, Viagra. Famously so.
No,
Right.
but that was
intended to be a blood pressure
Yeah.
medication.
I'll get you to tell me the question again, Dave, but I think I just won the whole game.
Go on.
Well, you got to tell me the question to make sure I'm...
No, you tell us the answer first, because it's far funnier if you got it wrong.
Well, I was going to say the prostate.
Well, go on.
My new answer is magnetism.
How so?
Because we were using it for a long, long time and had no clue what it was or how it worked. And the benefits for humanity have been...
But not knowing how it was worked, it wasn't really an unintended side effect, was it? Maybe.
Well, that's why I said, tell me the fucking question again, Dave. I wanted to check.
The question is... Go on.
No, go ahead.
The question is, as a side effect of preventing people from drinking the local water, alcohol may have helped save many lives throughout history. What else do you think has had unintended positive side effects?
Okay.
Just to catch them on the chat. Dog says, critical questions, although that comes with a whole new set of side effects, anal leakage being one of them.
Ew.
Jess says, hey, one of my meds has the side effect of making cigarettes unenjoyable. Theo says, as a side effect of not drinking local water, that was... Yeah, brewing helped. Brewing meant you got rid of or killed whatever was in it. Spooky says it's called witchcraft.
Fermentation process sort of purifies. It's why it's kind of how they ended up eventually discovering that cholera was sort of a waterborne thing, wasn't it, in London in the 1800s? So
I was going to say, Theo also adds preserving nature of alcohol as a disinfectant is rather its primary use.
Well, they found cholera because it started out with cases in just people who went to one particular watering spot.
Yes, but it took years of different things offering hints before you got what's his face using mapping. Is it Jenner? No, it's not Jenner. I can't remember. But it was
Jenner's the vaccine guy, isn't he? Right?
You're right. Jenner is the vaccine guy.
Thomas Crapper. I don't know.
I forget. It's the guy he first used a map he was the first person to use a map to chart the cases to assert. Say again? Jon Snow. To work out that all the cases were people that were getting their water from a particular well.
And it goes the other way too.
And the other way. And the brewery wasn't affected.
It goes the other way too. The rye fungus, ergot, is believed to be the genesis for a lot of the hallucinations and what ended up to be witch killings in the Salem area. Mm-hmm. Because it'll have hallucinogenic, toxic properties.
Right. Does anyone have any other ideas before we go on to the last question?
There's probably a lot when it comes to any like drug type thing, you know. So I expect there's a lot of. I expect there was probably a lot of great uses for things like coca leaves and whatever, or pot that didn't, that were medicinal and perhaps people didn't necessarily know why they worked. So
yes, but not knowing why they work, it's whether or not you're taking them as you're taking them primarily for. I can think of lots of things with unintended side effects, like the various different things they give people, mercury for stomach ailments, and that would have had very positive negative effects.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I might have one. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Copper pipes.
Oh, and copper doorknobs.
Yes, copper doorknobs are another one.
Or brass. Is it brass or copper?
Brass. I think it's the copper in it, but brass, yes.
But like viruses.
What's the unintended positive side effect?
Bacteria and viruses can't survive on them long enough.
On it.
Silver also has that effect.
And it's interesting because you look at you know, if you ever go into a house that's, you know, from the 19th century or older, like, and if it has the original fixtures, all the doorknobs are going to be brass or copper.
It's one of those things we've moved away from that was good.
Yeah, to our detriment, we've moved away from that.
Your plastic.
Well, because they're more expensive to put in, so we've moved away from them because we're cheap asses.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.